is brought to you by Carriage Crossing Senior Living.
April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and two local organizations are teaming up to raise awareness. Joining us from Crisis Nursery, we have Stephanie Record, and from CASA, we have Rush Record. We're so happy to have both of you joining us. So April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. It's unfortunate that we even have to have a month to raise awareness about this. However, let's talk about the importance and how necessary both of your organizations are to have here in Central Illinois. We'll start with you.
Sure. So Crisis Nursery is an emergency shelter for children ages birth to 6 whose families are experiencing a crisis. And we're really there to support those families before a child's in a situation that could lead to abuse and neglect. So we really want families to call us on the front end so we can help support them and provide a safe place for their child to stay. We're one of 7 crisis nurseries in the state of Illinois, so there's not a lot of us, but small but mighty. And I think it's just really important for there to be a place where people can call 24/7, 365 days a year when they have a need for support. And so that's what we're there for.
And then if somehow the children get overlooked before you can step in and do prevention work, that's where CASA comes in and it helps with children who have actually been abused.
Right.
So let's talk about your work.
We serve all the abused and neglected kids in Champaign County that have come into the court system after having been abused or neglected. So we provide volunteer advocates for all the kids. We provide attorneys for them. Right now there's more than 400 kids in the system that have been abused and neglected. So we help to ensure that all their needs are met as they go through the process, that they're getting the proper help they need in a timely manner, that they're being well cared for in a safe and appropriate home.
I know during the pandemic when everything was shut down and schools especially were not open, there was this big fear and worry that those kids who were being neglected or abused were being overlooked. Have the numbers changed, or have things gotten better or worse since now we're back open?
Well, our numbers actually went up for a period of time. Domestic violence cases also went up for a period of time. Now it seems like maybe that's leveled off a little bit, but our numbers have been exceedingly high for a number of years. I mean, 400 and more than 400 kids in the court system only tells you about the number of kids in the court system. So that's a pretty alarming number in and of itself.
Yeah, it is. You've actually got some stats here. You want to share a few of those?
Oh, well, actually, I think the stats are on the back of this card. If I can grab those real quick.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about how there's been 68% of child fatalities are less than 3 years old. 46% are under the age of 1. And then there's about 3.9 million child maltreatment reports that were received in 2020. So it's definitely a need throughout our entire country and something that we're really trying to do on our end to make a difference with.
Well, yeah, and you know who else is trying to make a difference? Our friends at Industrial Donuts.
Absolutely.
They just kicked off their little Blue Box campaign. We have an example here with us on the table. What is happening at Industrial Donut?
Well, Industrial Donuts has paired up with CASA and Crisis Nursery again this year to really give back. They're going to be selling these blue boxes for us from the 2nd to the 9th, and we're going to be able to get 20% back of that to split between the two organizations. So they've partnered with us for a few years now and have just been a great partner for us during Child Abuse Prevention Month, and it's kind of a fun way for people to get involved, and who doesn't love Industrial Donuts?
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. Okay, so people can get this through the 9th there at Industrial Donuts, and then portions go back to you so that you all can continue doing the great work that you're doing here in the community.
Right.
Hearing that statistic about the little babies, I mean, you know, having been a mom of newborns and little ones, it is so hard, but it's just reassuring to know that there is help out there if you are struggling or if you need a little help, so that we don't need your services and have to put you to work.
Exactly.
So, okay, well, thank you so much for what you're doing. We're hoping to raise a little bit of awareness so we can help put an end to child abuse just as a whole. And if you want to learn more about the Blue Box for child abuse prevention, those boxes of donuts happening at Industrial Donut, or maybe you just want to learn a little bit more about Crisis Nursery or CASA and the work that they're doing, we'll connect you at CILiving.tv.